pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll.
Alderman Rodriguez.
Here.
Alderman Jean-Francois.
Here.
Alderman Johnson.
Here.
Alderwoman Ray.
Here.
Alderman Gomez.
Here.
Alderman Green.
Here.
Alderman Witt.
Here.
Alderman Massey.
Here.
President Rodriguez.
Here,
Quorum is present.
correspondence
Nothing this evening.
for the good of the city
Our first speaker this evening is Phil.
from New Middletown.
Am I timing?
Good evening, President Rodriguez, council members, Mayor DeStefano. Phil Zoe from New Middletown Store, the old Tompkins building on North Street. I just want to take tonight's opportunity to invite everyone in this room, and of course the community in Middletown, to our first event of the year at New Middletown. Chinese New Year is coming up, and we're going to be doing a nice event at the store on Sunday, February 15th. We're going to have some dance, live music with ancient Chinese instruments, so a very nice cultural event. And we'll be offering Chinese tea, snacks, and so far the community has been responding very well to it. So I just wanted to take this opportunity, the last council meeting before the event, to announce it to everyone. And we are, of course, communicating with the BID right now to also bring a nice dragon to the community. I know we did it last year, and I believe the families really enjoyed it, especially the kids. And so I'm working really closely with Maria at the BID to bring back the dragon. It's a 10-person team. They're usually pretty difficult to book, but we got them. And hopefully, I just checked my weather forecast, and I believe we're hitting 41 degrees next Thursday. So hopefully the snow will melt. We'll work something out. We'll bring the dragon, and we'll have a good time. And yeah, Happy New Year and Happy Chinese New Year. Anyone have any questions? It will be Sunday, February 15th, starting at 12.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Our next speaker is Jerry Kleiner.
Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry Kleiner, Middletown. Not used to speaking this early in the meeting. And since I was the first one who really brought up the way the county handles their agenda, so I'm talking about the whole agenda rather than a specific item on it. But it was my suggestion originally that we do it the way the county does. The first for the good of the city is agenda items, and the second opportunity to speak at the end of the meeting is anything else. I have the agenda, and that's only the first meeting of the month. At the second meeting of the month, there's just the for good of the city speaking about agenda items. But I have the agenda here, and at the end of the agenda, it says audit account, local laws, audited accounts, and adjournment. So I don't see any second opportunity to address on the agenda for the first meeting of the month. And I think it should be there. I have something else to say, but I'll save that for the second opportunity. And I assume the city clerk will remember to call me up before you adjourn it and turn off the TV cameras. Okay?
We're changing the agenda?
Well, we did that. Remember when we passed the agenda? We had the first one and the second one?
For the first meeting of the month.
Yeah.
Under different circumstances.
All right, Jerry, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Remarks of the mayor. All right. Department heads, economic development.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank Phil and New Middletown for the event for Chinese New Year.
I tried to do the fireworks, but I guess that wasn't going to go.
We have, as you know, a lot of awesome businesses in our downtown and in our city as a whole, but it's great to work with them for these special events, and I'm looking forward to it. On the Middletown Community Campus front, we had our community input event on January 24th, the day before the big snowstorm, and it was very well attended, from 10 to 12 p.m. We gathered information. The committee is meeting tomorrow and to review everything, but the BOA community event and the committee and the process is going very well. And also, we did an RFP for a traffic study for the campus as well. So those came in on Friday, and I'll report on who we're going to award the traffic study to. But it is a big piece of also the BOA process, so that'll be taken on as well for the campus. And then just, we're preparing, other events are coming up. The Paramount, we're in full motion. We have Toro is back for their 4th annual Unity and Medicine Fashion Show. That's February 25th. We have SUNY Orange and their orchestra concert, February 21st. Then we have the Best of Broadway, Hudson Valley Symphony Orchestra in March. Anthony Rodia Comedy Show. We added a second show because of how popular and how good the ticket sales are going. And then we have more, I'll be reporting on more that we're booking. So that's all I have for tonight.
Any question for Maria? Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
DPW Commissioner.
Good evening, all. We'll start off with the reservoir level. Alderman Massey, 74% full. We still don't have enough, unfortunately, rains. Hopefully it will catch up between now and the spring. The snowstorm, I just want to address that very quickly. On Sunday, we had a tremendous amount of snow, and
There it is.
is that shown on TV?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't realize that there was going to be a slideshow. So,
You're a star.
Very
Jacob,
nice.
you're a star now.
thank you very much, whoever prepared it. But we had obviously 20 inches of snow. It was an intense storm. It was also perfect storm for us because many of our key guys were out sick with the flu and pneumonia and all that. So deputy commissioners, they were out plowing. Brian Smith, he's the water department. He was out plowing snow, trying to help everybody else. So we were short-handed. However, the guys did a magnificent job, and I want to thank not only our DPW, our water department, but all the DPW around us, even DOT, the county. All these guys, they worked their hearts out in order to keep our city, our streets, not only in the city, everywhere around us, safe. And I'm hoping that the public does appreciate that. I'm sure they do, because that's how you get to manage to go from one place to another the next day. Also, Brian Smith, I want to focus on him a little bit because the deputy commissioner for the street department was out sick. He worked almost 24 hours a day with 1 hour of sleep, going just cleaning up the roads and overseeing the snow clearing operation until the other deputy commissioner came, Ross, in there, and obviously he does a great job. And we have, the men did not stop since the storm of Sunday the 25th until tonight. Tonight they're coming out again. Saturday night is the only night they did not go out to haul snow because we wanted to give them a break because it's terrible. Parks and Recreation, Parks Department also did a great job in there helping out. And because of the huge amount of snow, many sidewalks are not cleared and people don't have a place to put them. However, we urge everybody to try to shovel as much as you can from your sidewalk to allow people to walk on the sidewalk. We don't have the manpower to go and shovel it for you. In some certain areas in there, we go out and do it, but we still have our own sidewalks, our own parks, our own everything to make it safe. So we need the public to help us out by shoveling your sidewalk, whatever you can do. We appreciate that very much, but it is the law that you have to do it. So please work with us. Also, the fire hydrants, try to shovel clear the fire hydrants. I know the mayor, he worked with the fire chief to have some details from the fire department to go out and shovel some, expose some fire hydrants that are buried. So please, if you have the ability, if you are capable, go out and shovel, expose your fire hydrant in there, because it's very important for the safety of your house and the neighborhood around you. And our guys at this time, they cannot, they're not just able to go and do it, meaning our guys, our DPW guys. The other thing is we had water main breaks Sunday. We had major loss of water that we were going crazy trying to find it Saturday and Sunday. Finally found it to be a frozen water line in the town of Weweyanda. So that's part of our expanding water system, water distribution system and customer base. We're going now to the town of Weweyanda. That's where we found it after looking everywhere and going through our culverts underground to try to find the leak. We found some small leaks. We took care of them, but the major one was in the town of Weweyanda, and that was addressed. Monday we had water main break. Today we had a water main break. And so this is the time for it of the year, unfortunately, and it all happens at once. So anyway, we need your help. Public, please help us. We're going every night, non-stop, from 8 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the morning, so that to avoid any accident, incidents, disruption of people's lives more than it's been disrupted already. That's why we go out at night. We maintain a crew during the day to go address issues. And that's our life since January 25th. It's an ongoing, almost like 24 hours a day operation for DPW. Another item in there, the council president asked me last council meeting about O&W. The work has started. The GC has mobilized. The fence, he put up fence. He did grubbing and clearing, removing some trees. And now he got just slowed down because of this snow event. And the completion date for this project is March 31st, 2027. March 31st, 2027. Today I took a trip over to Precast, upstate New York. That's why I'm dressed like this, in order to see a mock-up that they have done of how the parking garage, brick facing, and the precast, pre-tensioned walls are going to look like in there. And we've taken some pictures, and they have to be sandblasted, the concrete, certain degrees, certain texture. So I'll be going over that pictures with the mayor tomorrow, and we will be able to tell him how to proceed. But it looked very nice, very impressive, how the brick facing is embedded within the concrete panel, which is part of the wall for the parking garage. With this, I will conclude my remarks. If you have any questions for me.
Any questions for Jacob? Alderman Ray?
I just want to quickly just say thank you again. A couple of these pictures that we see tonight are from a few of my constituents who are very, very grateful. This neighborhood here, it's a tough spot. They understand that, 2 feet of snow, you're going to end up with plowed snow on your sidewalk, just like we all did. But they had elderly neighbors they were caring for. They felt overwhelmed, and our DPW guys went out and helped and got everyone cleared out. And I just think that as residents here in Middletown, we should really appreciate the amount of work that these guys put into to make our roads safe and to come out and help people who need help in addition to that. And they're still working around the clock. They just did our street last night, and it's amazing. So I just thank you to them and all their hard work, and I hope everyone actually really appreciates what we have here.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Alderman.
I just wanted to add, I concur with what she said, actually. From the very next day, traffic was moving, and I think that was very important. People were able to get to work. I was able to get to work, so it mattered. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alderman Gomez?
Yes, I also join my colleagues in concurring, given the magnitude of the storm, the fact that, as Alderman Rodriguez said, the streets were clean immediately. That says a lot about our DPW. I had constituents, as you know, that had concerns, and your workforce responded to them, and they've been pretty happy with that. So I think that we've set the model here, and that's something we could be proud of.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Superintendent of Recreation.
Good evening. Just want to update on some of the programs that we have running right now. Free programs, we have Music for Littles, Sensory Time, Story Time with Miss Sharon, Teen Open Gym, and Youth Open Gym. Our youth paid programming, we have art classes, basketball clinic, boxing clinic, cheerleading clinic, soccer clinic, Little Wreckers preschool, strength and conditioning, and our boxing program. Adult paid programming, we have Get Fit with Coach Darylin, soccer open gym, volleyball open gym. For the first time, we're doing a fat tire bike race at the Reservoir Trails on February 22nd. We have a knockout workout, pickleball, and our boxing. Ice skating rink, unlike last year where we were closing that because it was too warm and the sun was melting the ice. We have the opposite this year where we're closing because it's too cold. So we did have a lot of cancellations at the ice skating rink. February 12th, we are having our Sweetheart Skate for Valentine's Day for couples. February 7th, weather pending, we're supposed to have our Winterfest with the Lions Club. So keep an eye out for that for updates on with the cold weather, if we're going to have that or not. February 14th at the dog park, we're having a puppy love event. And right now we are working on a new program with Greg Bennett, trying to do a youth choir and music ensemble group, keeping it low cost for 1st through 12th graders to sing songs and practice. And then we're going to be in contact with Maria Bruni in hopes of doing some things at Degnan Square and performing down there.
Great idea.
Any questions?
Question? Great job. Police Chief.
Good evening. I know it's been said, but I feel it's important for me to say it as well. DPW, Parks and Rec did an outstanding job. Obviously, we've heard the weather conditions have not been conducive to doing any type of work, but they've been out there all around the clock. And not only is it important to everybody in the city, but most importantly, to get emergency services to and from where they need to be. So, Jacob, thank you to you and your staff. Just a couple points of information. Officer Reed retired from the department after 20 years of service. His last day with the department was January 23rd, so I wish him well in the next chapters of his life. Officer Schoenlieber, James Schoenlieber, will be retiring. His last day with the department is February 20th, after 20 years of service as well. So we'll be wishing him well in the coming weeks. Our Leadership Academy, which is our youth program, our next one will be kicking off on February 23rd. So we look forward to that. Sergeant Welch will be around to get it at least started for us, and we'll see where it goes from there. And then we are hosting a training, and I think it's important just to bring to the attention because we're using some of our anti-violence money and just to show the community where we're investing these monies. Like we get a couple of very significant grants throughout the year to help us combat crime, and we can put boots on the street, which is very important, but we're also trying to invest to curb some of the crime and to educate people. So what we've partnered with this company is called Policing the Teenage Brain, and we'll be hosting that training in February. We'll have about 15 of our staff going to it. We're able to put 30 people in the class all together, so we'll have some of our law enforcement partners and hopefully some of our school partners as well. But we're hoping that brings a little bit of educational component to us as enforcers to see how we could better engage with our youth in the community. Other than that, I have nothing unless you have questions for me.
Any questions? Alderman Gomez?
Yes, I just want, there were, at the last Board of Police Commission meeting, you brought 2 points which I think deserve highlight.
Okay.
You mentioned that, I believe within the last year, the only time that an officer had to discharge a weapon was in issues concerning animal control.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and I think that's testament to the professionalism of our officers in that they are trained superbly and when to have to use a weapon. But not only that, that the department's doing a great job, our city administration, in keeping our city safe, that we haven't had a situation where officers have been compelled either for safety, self-defense, or to stop a crime to have to use a weapon. So that's great news, I think, and deserve recognition.
Thank you. I hope you don't jinx us.
Oh, no, I mean, you know, the saying, if we're not safe, nothing else matters, but we're keeping us safe. Then you mentioned also that officers are doing a training with respect to protecting houses of worship. Could you just elaborate a little bit on that?
So we've done different trainings throughout the year. So I believe, I don't have the list in front of me of what trainings we went through during that time frame that I spoke about at the commission meeting.
Yeah.
That's what I believe you're referencing.
Yes, you mentioned one concerning protecting houses of worship.
Yes. So we will send officers to those types of trainings throughout the year to learn what to look for in houses of worship or other vulnerable locations. But we also work with some of our local houses of worship to help them put in measures to make their locations stronger when it comes to security measures.
Yeah, and I think that's great. Right now, I know there's legislation that the governor has announced that she's going to support with respect to that. And it's good that our city's already engaged and involved to make sure that our most precious First Amendment rights are protected, and then our residents could go to their synagogue, churches, with the confidence that they are protected by local law enforcement.
Yes, and we have a very good rapport. We speak with the rabbi, we speak with some of the other leaders of the churches, some of the priests. When they have concerns or when something's going on, even nationally, we step up our enforcement and we work with them to address their concerns.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Alderman Witt.
Thank you. Chief, I know the city did a really good job messaging out about the weather and about on-street parking during this time. How did it work, in your opinion? I mean, I'm not necessarily saying the messaging, but during that time, how did we do with on-street parking during the storm?
So the feedback that I received from my staff that was working that evening when it started snowing, so that Saturday night and the Sunday, they said the streets were much better than we've seen in past storms. So not only did the city do the messaging, which was outstanding,
Yes.
Leading into the storm, my midnight staff started putting warning stickers, like little flyers, on cars that were parked in the street to gain some compliance. Caused a lot of confusion. A lot of people thought it was a summons and would call the next day, but at least we're getting their attention. So we're trying to hit it at multiple levels. The night of the storm, the Sunday into the Monday, we did end up towing 9 cars off the street that were in the way of the snow plows, and I believe since then only one with the snow removal that we've had to tow. The officers will go to great lengths to avoid towing by knocking on doors and see if we could get that compliance, but we did have 9 that we did tow. I don't have the number of tickets, but I know there was a significant amount of tickets that were issued as well.
Thank you very much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Okay, anyone else? All right, thank you, Chief. Senior Citizen Director?
Good evening. I just want to say February is here, and obviously you know that. We have our Valentine's party coming up on the 18th. Sign up is encouraged. That's during the day, 1 to 3. And then we have our Black History celebration, February 21st. It's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Doors will open at 10 for those who want to arrive early and visit our vendors. But we encourage all of your participation in that. I just want to also remind that we have a newsletter we put out every month with all the information that we have for our senior center, as well as all the community events that take part in using our center. So it's a free newsletter that we put out. You can subscribe to it online, so then this way you can stay ahead of what's happening. New programs this month. We have our Latin dance on Tuesdays afternoon. We have Zumba on Monday afternoons and pet therapy, which will be the second and fourth Wednesday of the month. And we have taxes have started. AARP is preparing taxes for free at the senior center. You have to call, make a reservation. 211, they're busy. They got started this Monday, so anybody that's in the community that needs tax preparation, we do offer it at the Mulberry House Senior Center Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday from morning 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that's all I have.
Any questions for the Senior Director?
I just have a question.
Sure.
As far as bilingual programs, what do we have going on?
As far as bilingual programs, well, we have Chinese classes on Saturday and Sunday, each ESL classes. And then, for the most part, I and one of my other staff translates information.
I ask only because I had one of my constituents ask about that, and I'm curious because, so you have a Latin dance coming
Yep.
on, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are we, engaging the Latin community when it comes to that? Like, are we?
I try to
bilingual?
offer, I have my transportation program, flyer is in Spanish and English. I try to do a lot of meet and greets in the community, especially where seniors live, to inform them that we do have bilingual opportunities. And most of it is you see, you follow. So it doesn't really need to involve a lot of communication, but we do have a large Spanish community. It's very diverse now in the senior center. So that's the best that I can do for right now. There is a couple instructors that are also bilingual, obviously the Latin dance and my Zumba instructor are both bilingual, Spanish and English. So.
And I mean, like for the tax preparating, if someone wants their taxes prepared, I mean, they're going to be able to communicate?
Correct. Yep,
Right,
either
right.
myself or there's one of the preparers that's also Spanish, English. But yeah, all they have to do is call the office. We tried our best to translate all the information that we can. And of course, now also encouraging other languages as well. So then this way, the whole community can be involved, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. City Clerk,
Nothing this evening.
any questions for the City Clerk? All right. Remarks of Alderman Massey.
Thank you. Jacob, I know that we were in contact through the whole storm, and I just want people to know out there, look, we had more snow than we've had in a long time. It's been frigid weather. I guess we're probably now on 10 or 11 days of freezing. Those people in the DPW have been breaking their humps. They've been out there. I appreciate it. I know everybody on this council appreciates it. I know you passed that message along to your entire department. I just wish the people that are on social media would understand that we have a city, we have to keep the roads open. The chief just told you about how emergency services need those roads open. There are priorities. You have responsibilities. Stop bitching, moaning, and complaining. You should probably thank these people. And along with the DPW, the emergency services chief, your men and women, and the fire department, and I even got to throw out a congratulations to Orange and Rockland, because the other night in our small area in the first ward, we were without power for about 2 hours, and it happened to be that there was a gas leak, and Orange and Rockland came out along with DPW and they fixed it, so I appreciate it. But people, have some consideration and thank these people. This is not something that happens every year. Thank you.
Alderman Witt.
Thank you very much. I want to thank our community to those who were patient and understanding. I think the city did a great job with communicating situations, and then even with the clearing, every night we're getting things. The mayor has been very responsive to people who are saying certain areas that need it, and it's just, and to hear the chief's explanation on the call or on the cars, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, to me, like 9 people, I mean, that's pretty reasonable for the amount of everything that was going on. And we didn't go in trying to, like, give people a hard time. They made every effort to try to ask them to help us. I think that there's a lot to be said for that. And along with the DPW guys, I mean, for what they say and for what they do, and it's just, I mean, it was done at such a high level, I think, and I'm very grateful for all of everybody here. So thank you very much.
Alderman Green.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll echo all those sentiments. Commissioner, I spoke with you as well, or at least, thank you for texting back and forth. You're always so very responsive very quickly to any of our concerns in that. And I've spoken with members of the crews, and just what a wonderful job. Everyone's spirits staying up. I know it's a lot of long nights, a lot of hard work, but really there is much appreciation from the wards and from, just individual constituents who have reached out. So thank you very much. We are fortunate, especially given some communities in the last few days have lost homes to emergencies because of roads that were impassable. So the fact that, all of our roads are cleared almost, immediately following, if not during, really is a testament to how much we put out there for our residents. So thank you very much for that. On another note, we are going to restart our second ward constituents meeting. So we're going to do it the second Wednesday of every month now, up here at the Common Council Chambers. So our next meeting will be on Wednesday, February 11th, and that's going to be right here at 7 p.m. So we hope to see you then. Thank you.
Alderman Gomez.
I'm just echoing what Alderman Green said. Yes, please, so we'll look forward to seeing all our residents at our second ward constituent meeting, February 11th, 7 p.m. Our democracy begins here at home, here at local government. And I believe our contact information is already on the city website. So if any of our constituents in Ward 2 have any issues or concerns, I guess the same for Alderman Rodriguez, my fellow freshman alderman from Ward 4, our contact information is there, and we look forward to serving you and being your helping hand.
Alderman Ray.
Good evening. I really don't have anything this evening. What I mentioned during the DPW part of this meeting tonight is just a reminder to people to be understanding. When 2 feet of snow drop, it's got to go somewhere, and it can't be on the street. We all shoveled it. I plowed snow. You go slow, you take it a bit at a time and say, I'm glad it's been 10 years since we did this last, right? So we've escaped for many years. My thank you to everyone who kept it moving so well, and my thank you to all the guys who are still working again tonight. So,
Alderman Johnson.
Thank you. There's a saying about organizations that you can't stay the same. You either get better or you get worse. And if you listen to each of our presenters this evening at each of these departments, and if you listen carefully, everybody's getting better. Whether it's preemptively warning residents, like, by the way, you need to move your car, otherwise there's going to be a problem, instead of like, here's your ticket. Paramount continues to expand. DPW, not only do we push the snow around, but if you give us a chance, we'll come out and actually pick it up and take it away for you. Senior Center, always expanding the programs. Park and Rec, every week we got this, we're doing that, we got the other thing. And that means that you are not getting worse, you are getting better. And we all thank you for that. I also want to acknowledge that the mayor and his team were up in Albany at NICOM, and he got to be a presenter on smart growth. I don't know if that was because you lost a bet or you won a bet, but either way, we are very proud that you got to represent us in that venue, because it did not happen because we didn't do anything. It happened because of all the things that we've been accomplishing in the city with your leadership and your team to support you. So congratulations. I wasn't privy to the presentation, but I'm sure it was outstanding. Thank you. Well, Mr. Massey says it was not that outstanding, but that's
They cut him short.
Oh, the hook. You got the hook. Sorry.
The Oscar music went on.
Thank you.
Alderman John Fitzwater.
Thank you this evening. DPW, you guys did a wonderful job. I want to thank everyone that was involved with this lengthy process. You guys did an excellent job, and I heard so many good things that happens in our community with our constituents. I received many phone calls thanking you guys for the hard work that everyone did. Thank you so much. And also our first Fourth Ward constituents meeting will be taking place this Saturday, February 7th at 10 o'clock a.m. in this chamber. Please, everyone that's interested with concerned issues, please join Alex and I for our first Fourth Ward constituents meeting. Thank you so much.
Alderman Rodriguez.
Middletown is moving forward, right? That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
All right, new business. Oh.
Gee, I didn't hear when you said your meeting was going to be.
This Saturday at 10 o'clock.
Where?
Could be in this chamber or downstairs. You have something going on?
There's a test being given here.
Okay, so we'll be downstairs.
Okay,
No problem.
I just wanted.
Thank you.
All right, new business.
Good evening. We have a resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey authorizing an agreement with PERMA for third-party administrator for 2026.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, authorizing an agreement with Harry F. Rotolo and Son Electric for fire alarm system monitoring at the rec center.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, seconded by Alderman Gomez. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green, authorizing the 2026 Orange County Youth Bureau grant funding.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green, seconded by Alderman Ray. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Jean-Francois, authorizing a budget transfer of $79,000 for integrated waste services.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman
Gomez.
Gomez, authorizing acceptance of a $25,000, $579 grant from the Orange County Youth Bureau.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Gomez, seconded by Alderman Ray. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderwoman Ray, authorizing the sale of real property located at 218-220 Monhagan Avenue to the Middletown Housing Authority.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Ray, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Alderman Witt.
Thank you. Mayor, can you offer an explanation of this, please? Sure. Thank you.
Well, first, I just want to comment on Alderman Johnson's nice words. We left Albany this morning at 6:15, and I've been in fire arbitration all day, so did not have a chance to prepare a report, but at the next meeting, I will give you a briefing. And unfortunately, Mr. Massey was there too, so.
You should do the speech again.
Yeah, we'll do that. But on regards to this, as you know, affordable housing is an important issue for the community. We have been working, myself and Maria Bruni, have been working with the Middletown Housing Authority on their proposal to add 100 units to the Middletown Housing Authority current inventory of 199. So between that additional 100 units and the renovation of 199 units, the existing units, we're looking at about a $150 million public and private partnership utilizing state funds. RUPCO is one of the preeminent organizations in the field of affordable housing in the region and probably in the state. They are working with the Middletown Housing Authority. As we look at the map where they're going to place this housing, they have other plans too. They want to make sure they maintain open space and recreation. It's going to be 50 at Summit Field, 50 at David Moore. As you enter Summit Field, there's a large field on the left along the railroad, the former railroad track. That is owned by the city of Middletown. Either fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know which way you want to look at it, nobody knew the city of Middletown owned it, including the Housing Authority, including the city of Middletown. So when the search was being done on the property on where to locate either the new construction or some of the additional recreational facilities, we had a discussion with them. They've been maintaining it probably for 50 years. We assume they owned it. It'll be an excellent addition to their project. So we made the suggestion that we can inject that property into the project. So that's the reason for the $1 transfer. Small token for, but whether they are granted the funds to do the entire project or not, I think it makes sense to transfer it to the Housing Authority. It's a pretty large green space and really has no value to us. We would not build on it. We would not do anything other than keep it as green space or however the Housing Authority decides to move forward.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Roll.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, authorizing a municipal firefighter training memorandum of understanding with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Office for Fire Prevention and Control.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Rodriguez. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, authorizing a transfer of $364,303 to fund salary adjustments pursuant to Resolution 19-26 and Local Law 4 of 25.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Jean Francois, authorizing an agreement with H2O for water and wastewater treatment services for 2026.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
No.
President Rodriguez votes no. Motion carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Rodriguez, approving the 2026 Spring Cleanup Program for electronics drop-off event.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Rodriguez, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, authorizing participation in DASNY Crest Grant Program for the installation of a fitness court studio.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, seconded by Alderman Massey. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois? Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, amending Chapter 433 of the City Code regarding student transport taxicab licensing and regulations.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, amending Chapter 440 of the City Code regarding towing rates, storage fees, and related requirements.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Ray. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, authorizing an amendment to Chapter 460 of the City Code to update traffic and parking restrictions on Irwin Avenue and Wisner Avenue.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Witt. Any discussion? Roll.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jean Francois? Johnson?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Gomez?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Carries. That's it for new business.
So now we have for the good of the city.
For the good of the city, Mr. Kleiner.
Thank you. Be very brief. I could have done this earlier, but we talked about the brutal cold, and I just wanted to thank everyone at the warming station, the volunteers and the people who've come in. I know New York City's, I think, up to 16 deaths now from people who are out in this weather. And at the final, at the most recent, it was yesterday, they had the meeting of the coordinating committee from the warming station. They had a couple of the volunteers come in. And it's been amazing, the staff, how they've helped each other get there, and just getting to have staff there and be there in this brutal cold. So it's been a real blessing, and a shout out again to our police department, because when they talked about getting local people there, anybody within the city limits, the police were always available and always willing to do that. So it's a great thing. It's part of our community, and it's a real blessing for the city. And the other thing I wanted to mention quickly was the Historical Society. It's our yearly membership renewal. I am still president of the Historical Society, It's an all-volunteer position, as everyone who's there. But, Andrew is on the board, he handles our website. Anyone who's considering being a member, we're open every Wednesday, even Christmas and Christmas Eve, and whenever when they fall. We're open every Wednesday from 1 to 4. That's at the Van Duzer House Museum. That's 25 East Avenue, the corner of East Avenue and Houston. It's $15 for an individual, but that's free. Anybody can come for any reason to look up Middletown history. But if you want to join, we're Post Office Box 34, have been for many, many years in Middletown, or 342-0941, and we're tasked with preserving Middletown's history for the future. I'm sure we'll be involved with the time capsule. We have been to a little extent anyway. We were in 2013 when we opened Middletown's 125th, when we opened the time capsule that had been there, and so many of the things in it were bylaws, and the city was so proud of its institutions, of the associations and everybody who was involved in the city. So always been proud of Middletown. It was a tiny little hamlet, but it grew faster than any place around because like the Rowleys recently, people stepped up, put their money where their mouth was. So it's $15 for an individual, $20 for a family, and we welcome, we'd love to have more members. Thank you.
Local laws.
No local laws this evening.
Audit.
Mr. President, I move the accounts be audited, the claims be adjusted, and the city treasurer be authorized to issue warrants for their payment.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, second by Alderman Green. Roll.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ray. Gomez.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries.
Move for adjournment.